Yeah, I seen your story
It's very
today.
enjoyable.
I seen your story today. Actually, that looked fairly tough. The using those 3 pieces of equipment, you were flat out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we get. It's yesterday now. I don't know. There was something in the air here because of Thanksgiving. There's 3 of us here on my floor at the moment because people are gone home for Thanksgiving. And I said, right, lads, we were going to have a few drinks, so get the workout in before. Now, not to alienate you here, Mike, or anything, but Mark, when you have a good workout, how much nicer a pint tastes. I'd say you wouldn't know that either, Michael. It is. It's amazing. It's amazing. And we said, right, we'll have a 20-minute workout. This turned into an hour and a half. Oh shit!
What?
Are you gone?
No, you're still there.
Oh,
it's still perfect.
Oh my god! I'm a caveman with this technology. So I don't even know how that happened. Sorry. So it turned into an hour and a half dick measuring frenzy. Myself, Chi, and T. Chepo is from South Africa. He's on my soccer team, and Chidora is from Nigeria, and he's a basketball player. And we lost our minds. Like I wrote up. I wonder, is it here? I wrote up the workout on the wall, posted it on the wall, and it was 6 different exercises, 3 sets of each. It doesn't sound like it's going to take 25 minutes, but we trained for nearly 2 hours. I don't think I've trained as hard since I got here, so that was extremely fun. And you can get very creative, and you can have amazing workouts with that's all you need. Resistance bands are amazing. Like your muscles don't know what weights are. They know what, like, to tear your muscle fibers, you just need resistance, and you need to perform the rep in a lengthened range to tear as many muscle fibers as possible, build muscle to build strength. So they don't know if you're hanging off a tree and doing pull-ups or you're hanging off a pull-up bar and doing pull-ups. They don't know if you're lifting up a kettlebell or you're lifting up a big bottle of water or a school bag filled with water. You know what I mean? So you can get very creative, and I've made plans for people at home who have no equipment, and then obviously if you have the facility, the privilege of using the gym, it is much easier. But you can do crazy things with minimal equipment.
Wow.
And how do you recover, Adam? Do you not find yourself getting very lethargic if, say, you're not sleeping till well, I know you make up actually for the next day, but if you're training that much and then you're also playing soccer on top of it, do you have are you training? Do you have a rest day?
So my soccer now has finished. I haven't. It's been over since the 1st of November because the NCAA did not allow us organize friendly matches. My season starts in February because of coronavirus. So a lot of people, and college is online for most people. So a lot of people went home, which it kind of pissed me off, to be honest. I'm here to play football, but I don't know. People wanted to go home and stuff. But initially it was, we were training 4 days a week, and then we were doing 3 gym sessions with the team on top of that. And then a lot of the training I do here is rehab and prehab. I do it because of my back injury. I do a lot for my hips, a lot for my glute. Every morning I wake up, I do 10 minutes of yoga, and I do, all it takes is 5 minutes of glute exercises to keep me right. But if I miss out on a day, I feel it. If I miss out on 2 days, which it can happen, of course, I really feel really stiff. But I have to look after myself. You do, when you're training this much, you have to look after yourself.
Yeah, your spine injury, Adam, that's a lumbar spinal injury, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it L5?
Sherman's disease.
Sherman's disease.
Yeah, L5, L7, and it was mainly those 2. Basically, I have a kink in my spine. It brings my posture chest out, ass out. I have an anterior pelvic tilt.
Yeah. And
because of it, it puts so much pressure on my hips and doesn't allow me to use my glutes like other people are able to. So I just have to be, once I know how to treat it, and I just do 10 minutes a day, I'm okay. And I'm lucky that I know what to do now, because it was 4 years I missed out on playing football for 5 years. I didn't play sport for 5 years. There's another thing, actually. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that. I haven't played soccer in 6 years, and I'm here on a soccer scholarship. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
When did the spinal injury happen, Adam? Let's think
Now
about
you
that.
scared him. He's gone.
Let's think about that.
You're actually very
You're
handsome,
back.
Michael.
You're back. When
Lovely
did you have the
cheekbones.
spinal injury? Sorry,
Lovely cheekbones.
I do.
In that lighting, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Happened when I was 15. I was probably the most active 15-year-old in the country. I was in the gym 5 days a week. I was playing golf nearly every day. I was playing Gaelic football for Castletown, tag rugby on a Thursday, indoor football on top of that. I was 2 and 3 activities every day. And there was one day I was playing tag rugby, had a back spasm, and then I went from specialist to specialist, had MRI scans, X-rays, and it really wasn't like, it was a postural issue. And if I was told how to treat it at the start, I probably would have only been out for about 9 months. Yo, come in. I have someone knocking on my door. Hey, Chief.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Oh, here's Chief.
Remember I told you about a podcast? Here, come in and say hello to the
Come
guys.
in, say hello. Hello,
This is
Chief.
Hey, I'm Chief.
What's the crack?
This
What do you
is
make of
Chief,
Adam?
my boy. What's
What's up,
up?
man? It's in a minute.
Wow.
G, I was actually training G yesterday.
Right,
Chief
yeah.
plays basketball, or is he a soccer player too?
Crazy workout. I can hear them.
Oh, you can't hear us. Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
You speak for a second.
Gee, what's the crack? What's Adam like?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's Adam like? What's it like having Adam as a personal trainer?
They didn't hear you.
Oh yeah, he's a crazy trainer.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's
isn't
cool, really cool, really cool. He's a hard worker. It's like he's intense when it comes to like. I mean, he just knows what he does. You know,
Right.
Like he knows the exact like workouts to give you like at a certain time.
Yeah.
And like for me, I play basketball here, but like
It's all about power.
he's training was really like intense. Like I know what intense is because like I work out almost every day. But
Wow.
yeah, he's good at it.
Yeah.
This guy is a beast. Now he claims to be 6'2". He's 6'2" with his basketball shoes kind of thing.
I'm 6'1", basically.
He can dunk. He's 6 foot. This man
6'2" and you can
fly.
dunk.
I try to, but he's the main guy.
Wow.
Yes, sir. It's nice talking to y'all. I'm Chidera, by the way.
Nice to meet you today.
Such
See
a
you in the
pleasure.
NBA.
Cheers.
You too.
Hey, I'll
Take
catch
care.
you after, right?
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. All right, man.
Appreciate you too.
I see you, bro.
I think.
For sure.
Is he one of
He's a
your
nice
close
surprise.
mates?
That's-
Like, yeah. Is he one of your close mates
Yeah,
over there? Adam?
he's a friend. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Yeah, he only arrived a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing college online and the basketball season hasn't started yet. So he only arrived a few weeks ago, but he's a really cool guy. He's from Nigeria and he moved here when he was 16 in high school to play basketball, and he's been here since he's 22 as well.
Wow. Okay. So basketball's really giving
Yeah,
him
so
a potential growth avenue. Like, you know, like he can pursue something.
It's one thing I appreciate so. Oh, gee, the sound now has gone down to 4. 1 second.
Take your time.
One thing I really appreciate in America is how they prioritize sports, and like you said, the different avenues it brings and the opportunities it creates for people. It's flabbergasting, really, the opportunities people get and free education, and it's just the emphasis put on sport from a young age to take it as if you are going to be a pro. And it, like, there are people here who they're not even good at their sport. Like, well, they are good, but there's no way they're going to be a pro. Like, but they're still here and they still treat it as if they are. And like, we're not professionals here, but people act as if they're professionals, and it's a great mindset. And hats off to America for having me here. Like, it wouldn't have Ireland. You know what I mean? But do you think it should?
Yeah.
Power of sport.
When you what have you learned from America? What's America been like?
Oh God. Well, people don't tie their shoelaces.
Right.
That's a. Do you know that, Mark?
No, I didn't know that.
People don't. No, you don't tie your shoelaces, and it's like people walk very slowly as well. Like they just be walking around, shoelaces untied.
God!
People hype each other up a lot.
They what? Beat each other?
No, you can't. These guys be shuffling, and I skip around with my headphones blasting, screaming, singing, skating up and down hills. People are like, "Who the fuck is it?" One thing. Sorry, what have I learned in America? Sorry, that was I digressed to nothing there.
No, it's valuable. Go for it. Be yourself.
Okay. Well, again, the fact. Everyone here is on a scholarship. Now that's amazing. Now everyone, like, there's something so attractive about a girl who's ready to get down and dirty for a game of pool. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the girls are competitive. Like, it's everyone here. They're so competitive, and I don't know. Like, I'm quite. Oh my god! I knocked you up again. I really like. I was gonna say I'm chill. I'm not a chill person. I'm mellow though. I don't get angry. It takes a lot to get me angry. But when you're in this environment, and I haven't played sport like a field sport in years, I forgot what it was like to lose your mind and like just completely get into the flow state, but not just a flow state, an angry flow state. You know, when you scream and when someone screams at a referee or something, like you just I'm blurting things out that I haven't blurted out in years. So you're asking me what I learned in America. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm kind of finding my purpose, and I'm growing every day. I'm growing as a person. Also, I've learned phone addiction. Okay, I honestly think the world's doomed. Like our generation are the laziest, most. Oh, one second.
All this gratitude and being your best self when you lay this shit on us that the world is ending.
That's all for now.
I'm all for this. I'm all for this revival. I'm all for this rebellion that has to happen. People need to, and like I said, find your purpose, live consciously. I remember now I'm not very good at this whole listen to a podcast straight now, because I do not have the attention span for it. But I love when you have the little snippets, and I'm not going to say highlights, but like you have those funny little snippets you put on Instagram.
Yeah.
I remember Mark delving into something one time, and he was like, I can't remember, but the premise of it was how people kind of just meander through their days and they don't know why they end up in a certain position. And he was kind of questioning it. Do people realize? Mark, I'm completely paraphrasing here.
Yeah, no,
but do people realize what they're doing to get to where they're going? So that was the ideal, like, and that's very important to me, because I'm just looking at people, and in here where I am, it's like a secondary school environment, and you know that whole thing in secondary school, that like social hierarchy, that is, I'll call it like the ladder, the social status. It's a web, actually, that social web where subconsciously or consciously people know everyone's status. And this whole, like, you know what I'm doing with my hands here, like he's him, and all these little cliques and different groups of people. Michael, you're looking at me with bewildered eyes right now.
You're incredible. Go on.
Yeah, what I've learned here, people are, and they're so caught up in it. They are so caught up in who they're trying to be perceived as, and they don't even know who they are. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they want to be. They don't know who they're trying to be perceived as. But all their energy is going into being perceived as this, and nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares, and they don't see this, and it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. I'm a bit of an outlier in this sense on this web that I've just created here, because I don't get involved with the cliques, and I don't get involved with the groups. I'm just kind of, I say hello to everybody, and
You're the spider on
I'm
the web
different, and
walking around,
like I
and all
compete.
the other people are flies caught in it.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh wait, repeat that, Mark. No,
You're
say
the
that
spider.
again.
You're the spider walking
I'm the
around on the
I'm
web, and everyone else is the
Spider-Man.
fly is caught. You're Spider-Man, yeah.
You're Spider-Man, yeah.
But I don't eat the fly. I only eat some flies.
Okay.
Only
okay.
some.
Yeah.
Not in a sexual way, Michael. Come on. Yeah, but when I first arrived here, I completely neglected that, and I mean, I probably was a bit too crazy. Like, I did not conform to anything that was going on. Like, it was 25, 30 degrees. I do not wear a lot of clothes. I'm a hot guy. Like, temperature wise, I'm a very hot person. I sweat like a motherfucker. Like, and I don't know what, I think it's because I drink so much water, but look at this. Right?
I thought you weren't getting undressed.
Adam is taking off his blazer.
Oh, wow,
I
you
sweat.
are sweating.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh,
I
yeah.
sweat like a fat man.
And what
I
temperature
sweat
is
like
it there?
I'm obese. It's 5 fucking degrees Celsius
What?
at the moment.
Yeah. And you have that much frustration.
Yeah.
Wow.
And isn't it crazy? Now,
Yeah.
the ladies love it.
Right.
They do.
Yeah.
Because I don't smell. And
Okay.
it's something so natural about just the human fluids, and they love it. They love it.
Do you have a girlfriend or anything over there?
Oh, Michael, come on now, come on. Or boyfriend. How dare
Or
you?
boyfriend,
How dare
seriously.
you assume?
Or both.
What gender am I talking
assume
to?
my sexuality. How dare you? I identify as sexually ambiguous.
Incredible.
I have a lady friend. I do have a lady friend. I have lady friends platonically.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say we're exclusive. But it's nice. It's a nice, and she's from the most, I would say, the dreamland. Like, she is from a paradise place.
Where?
Any ideas? You both get one guess each.
Okay.
And, one clue.
Oh, one clue.
Brazil.
It's an American state.
Oh,
It's an American state. And you know what? If one of you get it right, I will give you $10. Not €10. I'm a dollars man now.
Yeah.
Straight up, $10. If you get this right, $10.
And what was the clue again? Grace or?
It's the greatest place in the world.
All right.
Not
Okay.
because she lives there, but it could be said. You can't argue with someone who says it's the greatest place in the world, and it's an American state.
Okay. Texas.
Whoa, no, not a good guess either, Michael. What?
Oh.
Hawaii.
Oh, he's got it! He's got it!
Well
Let's
done,
take the
Mark.
man.
Well done, Mark.
Mark thinks outside the box. He thinks outside the land of it.
Yeah.
You
Outside
were
the land
caught
mass.
up when I said state.
Yeah.
I got you, didn't I? Hawaii didn't register. You
No.
were thinking
Shit.
California or New York or. Mark knows. Mark, well,
Thanks.
round of applause for Mark, please. Yeah, she's from Hawaii, which is very cool.
Okay.
Hey, Brie, if you're listening.
And she's taken by the Irish rogue attitude of you. Yeah? She's taken...
I think everybody is.
Right.
think
Do you
everybody
embrace
is.
your Irishness when you're over there, Adam? Like, you are our ambassador in Salem.
Okay.
Yeah?
So I'm not, obviously, one thing I'll say, hold that point for a second.
Yeah.
The black guys use an excessive, the N word they use excessively, okay?
Okay.
And so much to the point where it's been instilled in my internal vocab. So like I'm talking to people and then it pops into my head to say it after if I'm excited. Obviously I never do because you can't do that.
Yeah.
But just for the sake, I'm going to say the word bigger. Okay, bigger. So what was your question again?
What was the question?
I told you to hold the point because I was going to forget.
Do you view yourself as the Irish ambassador to Salem?
Oh. This bigger, he'd be walking around like Conor McGregor. And not only that, you know the bigger from WWE with the beard and the ginger. Sheamus, this bigger walking around like he's Sheamus, ain't Conor McGregor. He a Celtic warrior. So yeah, I think I do embrace it. A Celtic warrior is what I'm known as by some.
Adam, my mind has been blown wide open by you. You are just incredible, and I find you fascinating. Just in general there, right? Do you find it hard to be disciplined because there's so much going on in your head?
That's a problem. Yeah, that I've learned now. This whole purpose thing, because there is so much going on up here, I have to prioritize. It's just me and Mike.
Yeah. Getting intimate now. Mark is going to the toilet. He's very quick at going to the toilet, Adam, so don't worry. So go on, yeah.
How do you know that, Michael?
Oh, he goes to the toilet every time we have a podcast, Adam.
Yeah, you got a bit nervous there. But yeah, I do. And this is where I never excelled in school.
You were different in school. There are a few years between us. You hate?
Now, continue. What do you mean I was different in school? Of course I was. I was young.
Yeah, you were young. Yeah, but like we didn't have a proper impression of you. I don't mean different. I just mean you were yourself. Like, I don't know, like we didn't have an in-class experience with you. We're a few years older than you, but you know, you were always actually, one thing that I remember about you in school, Adam, is you always stood up straight when you were walking around the corridor. You know, your arms were back, you know, there was a certain confidence about yourself even back then.
Yeah, I do have that aura, and you know, it actually is something to do with my posture. The kink in my spine is why my chest is there, but I do walk with my head in the clouds. That is for sure. Now, when you were in school, Michael, I have to say, you were reminiscent, just thinking back when you mentioned school there, of what the Taoiseach should be. I always looked at you and thought you were going to be Taoiseach. And you still might be if you try to go into politics. Yeah. You're the perfect diplomat. And you know, diplomat could mean a lot of things, but I mean in a sense, you knew nearly everybody by name. The Michael Dwyer salutation of the nice the traditional man's handshake, the eye contact, the smile, the hello. It was that you were, I'll never forget I was 3 years behind you in school and you had your 18th birthday. It was December.
That's right. You have a great
18th
memory.
birthday in the Tower Vale.
Yeah.
Memory like an elephant. I got it. Oh, come on. I know exactly what you're thinking about. No, just a memory like an elephant, nothing else. You invited me to your 18th birthday, and I actually brought you a present. Do you remember a history book? Do you remember that?
Oh, no, I don't. No.
In fairness, I handed you. To be honest, my mom gave it to me to give to you because she said you can't go to a party without a present.
Oh my gosh!
But nonetheless,
yeah.
I had just turned 15, and I was at an 18-year-old's party, and there must have been about 300 people there. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but there was a lot of people there, all from all over Wexford, and that was one of the first like grown up parties I ever went to. Yeah. And that was it. I'll thank you for that, Michael.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
I'm going to go to the toilet, but I'm going to go to the toilet now. But yeah, wow.
Adam, I'll ask you a quick question while we're waiting for Michael to finish his business. What is your favorite? Oh no, sorry. I'll pick apart one of that. What's your favorite form of exercise?
Oh, that is a crazy question. So when I was between the ages of 13 and 15, I was big into powerlifting. Right, yeah. I went to the works gym, and there is just a crazy manly feeling of pushing your body to the limits to move as much weight as possible. I used to go to sleep at night thinking of benching the next day. All that was in my mind were my numbers in the gym, my deadlift and my bench. And unfortunately, because I had no guidance, well, not no guidance, but just I was completely ignorant of, or I was just not aware of the mechanics of my own body and how to treat myself. I never squatted because I was always too stiff from playing sport and stuff. So, but I used to love maxing out on a deadlift or maxing out on a bench. But at the moment, my favorite that I did you're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
I did an off the whim triathlon on the 29th of August this year.
Wow.
I have it was couch to try, you know, that couch to 5K.
Yeah.
I went couch to triathlon. I did no previous training. Like, I'm a fit person anyway, but I'll never forget, it was a Wednesday now. You know, the Wednesdays in the summertime, you couldn't end up anywhere. And I was out in Ballygarden, Conor O'Toole's shed, with the lad, the garden there. I think it was up till all hours, rap battling and all the rest. And I woke up on the Thursday to a text from Conor Sheriff asking me, was I interested in doing a triathlon on Saturday? So I couldn't say no. So we went down to the beach on the Thursday to see if I could. I'm not a very strong swimmer because, everyone goes to Forest Park when they're younger to learn how to swim.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was too bold. All I wanted to do was win the race, and I had no interest in learning the proper technique. And do you remember that lad, Alex Williams is his name?
Yes.
Incredible trainer.
Yep.
But he was harsh. He was a harsh, for a 7-year-old kid. He's by the book, and if you do not do what he says, he gives it to you. So I resented swimming because of you, Alex. Thanks for that. So I never actually learned how to swim, but I got into the sea anyway. Myself, Cathal Hayes, Rose Lynch, and Conor Sheriff got into the sea, and the waves were colossal. And they set off on a kilometer swim, and I swam about 20 meters and I stopped and I said, right, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. And they were like waiting for me, and then they went on, and I went home that day and had a long, hard look in the mirror. And I was just thinking, like, it's the old adage of what a girl can do, I can do, sort of thing. Like, if Rose can do this so well, surely I'm able to do it. Not to be sexist here now,
right?
But I was raised on the old adage of boys don't cry. Like, when you're in school, this is another thing. The things you learn in school are the things you don't learn in school. I was raised on this adage of, like, and all the girl, like, we're living in a society now where feminism is extremely prominent, and people from the left, they kind of come at you with these phrases, and it's kind of infuriating because I'm all for an advocate of free speech, and I like the point they're trying to get across is great, but when they come at you with these phrases and they don't have the knowledge to back up their statements, they're just saying things, and then they won't engage in any sort of debate because there is no debate. But left people are always right in every single thing they say, and that is absolutely infuriating. But nonetheless, could I swim on the Saturday? That was the question. The waves were forecast to be huge, and I was just like, right, if Rose can do it, Rose, you inspired me. Rose can do it, I can do it. I can fucking do it. I can do it. So I went on the Friday. I live beside the beach, in Ballymoney, Michael. I often actually saw you in the summer, and so much respect for a man who can go. And am I imagining this now, or did you used to bring a notepad to sit on the bench?
Yes, yeah.
You did, yeah. And the power of being able to think. You don't need your phone, and just the power to be still and actually just be yourself. Huge respect, hats off to you. But I went down to the beach, swam about 300 meters, and I was like, I'm ready for this. So the next day, got into the sea by myself, Kevin Harrington, Mike Harrington, Cathal Hayes, Conor Sheriff. See, all these guys, they had booked a triathlon in Athy, but it was cancelled because of coronavirus. So they had been training all summer. And obviously, I myself, Sheriff and Hayes actually cycled up the Sally Gap one of the days, 120k round trip cycle on a fabulous day in July. It was the most perfect summer's day, actually, and we cycled up through the Wicklow Mountains. Absolutely amazing. So, like, I was able for it, but the swim was going to be the killer. We got into the water, and I put the head down, and I didn't realize you had to pace yourself on a swim. So this swim was 1.5 kilometers long, and I put my head down, swam as fast as I could, and I popped my head up and to see how far everybody was ahead of me. And there was no one ahead of me. So I looked to the side, no one there. I looked back, and Conor Sheriff was about 20 yards behind me. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, yes. But I look forward. I still have 1.4 kilometers to go, and I am fucked. I am absolutely fucked. So I swam, and I was beached a few times. The waves were really big. I was like a beached whale, been thrown onto the sea, and I'd have to crawl back into the water and continue to swim. It got to the stage, the last 500 meters. I was doing it in sets. So what I do is I'd swim for about 50. It got smaller. It gradually got smaller, but I'd swim for, say, 50 meters, stop, get sick, just vomit seawater, stay around, paddle, go again. It took me 48 minutes to swim 1.5 kilometers. That is an atrocious time. It took Conor Sheriff 23 minutes, and it took me 48. So it was a battle. It was an absolute battle. But I did it, got on the bike, cycled to Arklow and back, and then did the 10K run. And I ended up breaking the 3 hour. 3 hours is what's respectable for someone who does a triathlon, and I did it in 2:54, which was I was happy that was the aim. The aim was to break 3 hours, because that's what people who do triathlons aim for. So I did that. So Mark, you asked me my favorite form of exercise. That brought me on an emotional roller coaster. I got out of the water, and my sisters were there. There was a few people watching stuff. They arrived late on the scene. I didn't know who they were. They were helping me with my wetsuit, and I was like throwing up seawater. And I got on the bike, didn't know my own name, and I was basically I was told I was 12 minutes behind the next person in front of me, and the aim was to catch them. And I was on the bike, and I nearly burst into tears about 10 times, because I was just so down and so tired. But the feeling after pushing yourself to those limits in endurance training, it can't be matched. It can't be matched. I was talking about powerlifting and pushing your body in that sense. That is more. I think that's more of an ego. That's more of that's just like, I'm the fucking man. But this whole athletic training or endurance training. That is, you break yourself. You go to a place in your mind that I don't think you can go doing anything else.
Right.
So you asked me again. I think my favorite training is the hardest, like the hardest training you can do. So very simply, sprinting up hills, running up hills is the manliest fucking, or not, the sexist to say these days, isn't it? The humanist thing you can do is running up a hill as fast as you can. So there's my short and sweet answer, Mark. My favorite form of exercise is sprinting up a hill. Because Michael,
yeah,
life is a hill.
Michael is a hill.
Life is a hill. You're climbing to get to the top of this hill.
Yeah.
And you go up and down these hills, and you have to enjoy the ride. You have to enjoy the journey. And
yeah,
I love hills. I love running them. I love cycling them. I love everything about bumps.
You like.
I love hills. I have the best hills.
Here, Adam, it's time for Flash Flood.
Adam, Robbie
Oh God, I'm excited
I'd
for this
say
now.
he would love if you had a microphone.
1 second. Wrong voice note. There we go.
The thing is now, bring back the hard and fast definition. I want to know what something is, and I want to know what it is. And that can only be done through a hard and fast definition. None of this airy-fairy, oh, well, it could be this or it could be that. And there's some fucking Egypt sitting up in his attic in Wicklow musing away to himself about the workings of the Western world and life and God knows what. It's fucking black or white, and that's it. There's no grey, there's no in-between. It's black or white. And if you don't like it, I fight you whether it's black or white.
Wait. What was he actually talking about there?
So,
So previously on the
The
podcast,
vigor in his voice. The vigor in his voice with the word Wicklow. Wicklow. Sorry, Mark. What was
last week on the podcast, we were saying that there is no black and white definitions to anything anymore. Like you were saying with your gender, your sexual expression, and how there is no genders, there's no gay or straight. It's all ambiguous. And James basically saying less of it.
I couldn't agree more, James. I honestly, I could not agree more, James. I'm all for. You're saying, yeah, we're in 2020 and nothing's black or white anymore, and you're always going to be wrong if you're being someone because you can't. We're living in a confused society. We're living in an insecure society, and people are latching on to things just for the sake of latching on to things. Honestly, people are not independent thinkers anymore at all. And I do think it's down to the use of phone. Like, our phone uses us. It truly does. And like James was saying there, it is black or white. It fucking is black or white. 100% Flood. Hats off. Well, good. That's a good point.
yeah.
Fucking lad up in Wicklow talking about the Western Ireland. Yeah, shut up and just you know or you don't know, and Flood knows.
Flood knows. He surely does. That's a great message, Adam.
We're not being like the. Sorry.
Your grand parish of the week this week comes from Gloucestershire Live. It's Prestbury Parish Council, and they've opposed the Borough Council's plans to sell off a 12-space Isdale Drive car park because they need to save money. A statement on the Parish Council website said at the meeting there was very strong feelings at the loss of the car park and that it would be highly detrimental to the social and economic well-being of Prestbury, especially the survival of local shops that support the community. So there you have it. Big news there. The car park needs to stay. What do you make of that, Mark?
Oh, I don't know, Michael. I might be done right at this stage. I can't fucking think straight. What do you think of the article?
I don't know. It's hard to see how you can get so highly charged about a bit of tarmac, Adam. What do you think, Adam?
What do you think about the tarmac?
Not gonna lie, Michael. I zoned out. I wasn't listening. Something about a car park?
Yeah, that's it. In the garage and video games can...
I didn't mean to be rude. My mind wanders.
No, I know that.
I was watching Mark, and I was caught up in what Mark was doing, and I just didn't... I wasn't looking at you, Michael. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there.
That's fine, Adam. Adam, we do this thing where we give you a horoscope. Would you like a horoscope?
Yeah! Come on, I want something big. I want something good.
What's your star sign?
Yeah, yes. What do you think I am, Michael?
Gemini.
Oh, okay. I don't know what any of them... I know what my one means. But to give you a clue...
Leo.
I kind of mentioned something about my birthday, if you remember what I was saying in this podcast. So there's a clue.
Janie, birthday.
I know what my birthday is.
Aries?
There's a... I had just... okay, I'm a Libra.
Okay.
So I love to make games out of things, you know. That's actually my purpose in life, is to make life a game. Make everything in life a game. So I can win, because I don't lose.
You don't lose. Adam the Libra, thank goodness the Witch of Salem has left the 5th house of tomfoolery, opening up potential for romance. Remember, when luring a potential lover, you must deal with the threatening offside burst of Scorpio's intensity as it meets Mercury in an intersection that one can only describe as significant. Your family are thinking of you as they know the path of Jupiter slide tackling into the ascendant passage of your stars. They see the warmth of Thanksgiving breathing into your life. The stars are poised, Adam, but are you willing to bury the penalties of the present Pluto retrograde into the back of the net?
Wow. Speechless. It just all makes so much sense.
Now, I think you've actually exhausted us. We're floored by you. You are one juggernaut of a human being.
It was a big coffee. It was a big coffee.
Coffee.
Actually, the thing is that
Nah, it's not the coffee. Don't worry.
You
know,
Adam, sorry, just 1 second. There was a lot in that. Like, you literally spoke non-stop, but it all actually made sense. But just physically paying attention to everything you said has me absolutely shattered. But like, it all was very good, high information. It's just I don't process things on that sort of level. I sort of like to take my time and take breaks and things like that, you know. But like, it was great. Like, Jesus Christ, it was a lot.
Yeah.
There was one thing I don't know if this is the end. I was only getting started here.
You're only getting started. Of course, he is the podcast presenter now, so that's
his show. Yeah.
I mean, I did want to mention one thing, and this is sorry. I have been rambling. I tend to digress. I get a bit excited.
Right.
I am the spider on this web.
Yeah.
But what? And Michael, you would be very traditional in your approach.
Sometimes.
Traditional in a sense. I would say like an open-minded traditionalist.
Right.
But how do you see the education system in Ireland?
We discussed it previously, and we just find that.
Sorry.
No. No, it's just look, I flourished in it. I found my way, but I can see that we could make it a hell of a lot better. That's the short answer. I'd say Mark is of the same view.
Yeah, anyone with any sort of natural inclination towards real life skills doesn't fare well in the education system, I think. I think people with actual practical skills, like people who get trades and people we actually need, like carpenters, electricians, plumbers, are sort of looked down upon in school, and the subjects they do are looked down upon, and there's no real need for them to do it. Like, they finish school, they go and do the FOSS courses to get these jobs that actually pay better to jobs than most people who are in the higher academic sort of subjects that are doing well. They end up in offices doing nothing for lower pay. Whereas if you go and get a trade, you don't even have to finish school to get a trade. You can drop out at 16, go to a FOSS course, and you can be highly successful in a respected trade and be of actual use to the world. So that's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, Adam?
I feel a lot of people slip through the net. And what I really don't like about it is, well, I think you were zoning in on secondary school there. For just very quickly, primary school, like we go through school and it's where we spend all our time, and we come out of school and people don't know how to eat, they don't know how to sleep, they don't know how to breathe, they don't know how to speak, they don't know how to socialize, they don't know how to plan their day, they don't know how to make meaningful relationships, they don't know how to obtain a meaningful relationship. And everything is just supposed to happen by chance. And it's like, school is like, it overshadows, it's like a facade that overshadows what life is. And you're going to learn. And then when you get to secondary school, people are defined by their grades. And that's great if you excel in school. But young kids feel inadequate from an early age because their skills don't match up with what is required to excel in school. And like you touched on before, it's discipline. It's like you have different types of individuals, and I'm a firm believer everyone is special and everyone just has to find what they're good at. There are so many people who slip through the net because, first of all, they define themselves as inadequate or stupid, and the focus is always on the bad. It's never on the good. It's always on like what you're doing wrong, or it's like. And again, we have 7, 8, 10 subjects in junior cert, and then 6 or 7. Like, why not focus on what you're from an early, not even an early age, but focus on what you're good at and then do that. Like, it should be that easy instead of putting them through it's torturous for somebody who people like to do what they're good at. Like, that's plain and simple logic. So let them do that. And teachers, I've personally found teachers, I would look at them in absolute disbelief sometimes, like what is the purpose of their job? Is it for them to belittle students, to make themselves feel more important? Is it solely to teach the syllabus in hand? Or is it to help the student grow and excel as a person? Like, because I didn't do well in school at all. Like, really did. School was not for me. I was the class clown. Like, I go into class with the best of intentions, and 5 minutes later, I'm looking out the window, swinging on my chair, throwing something at somebody, crawling under tables, screaming something at the teacher in a respectful way, just shouting things out because I'm bored.
Okay.
And the challenge in school was not the work itself; it was handling the work and having the discipline to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. You like games, Adam, so here's time for a game.
I love them. I love them.
It's the best 30 seconds of your life. And
oh God,
yeah,
that's what she said.
Right. What topic?
What topic would you like to do it on, Adam?
That's a dangerous
What's your
question now.
specialist subject?
I don't even know the game.
Okay, so the game is we give you a topic and you have to give 30 words associated with the topic.
As many words as you can.
Sorry, as many words as you can within 30 seconds associated with the topic.
Oh God. Oh, that's so much. You give me a top. You give me a top. Make it harder.
Okay. Sports. Yeah. Are you ready? Sports is your topic, Adam. As many as you can in 30 seconds.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Go.
Heart, ball, people. Come on now. Ego, winning, not losing. Determination, grit, cry, laugh, score. Fun. Women, men. Perspective. Workload, discipline, anthropological origin.
Time.
Caveman.
Oh, we just thought it'd be a simple one. Maybe badminton would be an obscure one. Oh, perspective.
1, 2,
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
82 shy of the leader, Mark Patrick Edmund. So you are in third place, I'd say, Adam.
Oh, I couldn't say anything. Anyway,
Adam,
that was tactically. That was a car crash. I could have said anything.
the game or the podcast?
I could have.
You have covered everything. I've never, in 28 episodes, we have never covered as wide a range as Adam Spencer. If there's one thing I think about you, Adam, is you don't like being pinned down. Would that be right?
Well, since I was born in Ireland, and I was reborn in California.
Ah, beautiful.
Wow.
I went to California 2 summers ago, and I was reborn. I somehow ended up living for 4 days with 2 63-year-old surfer twins who they're from Hawaii as well, and they've surfed all their life. And I lived with them, and we'd surf in the morning. I'd get food, and they go on their messages and stuff, and then they come back at night and they make music. They play guitar, and every day is like, I cannot emphasize how amazing these people are, to just the power to live in the moment. And they oh shit. Sorry, I knocked you off. They definitely sculpted my perception and sculpted the way I live today. So
Right. Okay. Well, keep doing what you're doing,
I
Adam.
remember the question now. I got a bit emotional thinking about the guy.
Really?
I intend to. Don't worry about that. Also, Robbie Dunn ran away from today's podcast because he was afraid of the rap battle. I don't think his internet wasn't working. That man knew if he was there, I was going to challenge him to a rap battle. I would have got you, but you could have beatboxed. I'd say you're good at that. Or you could have played an instrumental. Robbie, I'm coming for you, boy.
Well, on that note, Adam Spencer, take a bow. You can get him on Instagram at Spency Dog.
And Mr. Spence.
So, Spence Doggy.
Spence Doggy.
Yeah, and also actually, the reason I have a fitness website coming out this weekend.
Okay.
Talk to me. I will help you in life. That's the easiest. That's the easiest way to say it. I will help you in life.
What's the website called?
SMS Life Fitness.
SMS Life Fitness. Well, there you have it. Adam Spencer, take a bow.
Thanks, Adam.
Love you guys.
Good night, Adam.
Peace.
Or have a great day.
Goodbye.
Good morning, night, afternoon, fellas.
You too.